will say this, allegedly, right? Because we don't know, they're doing an investigation. But if this is true, it feels intentionally deceptive.
Let this be a warning. One thing you don't do is piss off black women that have credentials, who have spent years on years and years to acquire those credentials, and you go get in the space that they deserve, and you make a name for yourself for lying about having those said credentials. Doctor Cheyenne Bryant, one of these doctors that I'm about to show you, I don't know if she slipped up or intentionally said Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is currently under investigation. And what could she be under investigation for? False impersonation, medical fraud, and practicing without a license. Let's get into the video.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. She's given out viral relationship advice to millions of people, but now popular life coach Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is defending her own reputation. Critics have been accusing the influencer of faking her doctorate degree. This week on The Breakfast Club, Bryant finally responded.
Had downloaded from the actual student portal my transcripts at that time, and I was able to get just about all of my transcripts, including up to like dissertation. But everything else, there's just no holding take for any of our records, which I think is completely effed up. Just in general.
They are going to kill you online this week. They're going to say she has no records.
Joining us now for Angela After Dark, we have a panel of experts, the relationship gang, therapist Dr. Jasmine Boone, Dr. Bernadette Smith, and of course, Dr. Angela Jones. So,
and let me tell you something. They can't say these women are unattractive. You know what I'm saying? They can't use that. Oh, they just hating. Nah. That boy Isaiah picked 3 of Houston's finest. You know what I'm saying? To come give her that work. And one of them is about to expose something. I don't know if it's supposed to be out there, but this is about to get interesting.
Dr. Jones, we briefly talked about this last week, not this specific case, but grifters. One of the things you said, you can be a relationship expert, don't always have to have the PhD, but the problem with this is what?
The problem with this is her credibility, the conferment of her degree. She's unable to prove them. And also she just really contradicts herself often. Now, is it plausible that some of the stuff that she is saying is true? It is plausible that it is difficult for you to get your records when a school closes, because it has closed. But it's often easy to just go ahead and Google to see if this is actually true, and it's not. She said that they sold the records to a third party. The third party is Parchment.com, and Parchment.com, you could get the records back from over a decade. And they even list the university that she's claiming that she can't get her records from on there as records you can get. When you do a dissertation, your dissertation is published and it becomes in part of a national portfolio that you can easily look that up. This is not a thing that you have to go find someone to get your dissertation. So the thing is, sure, some of the stuff could be plausible, and that's what I'm going to say, it's plausible, because I'm not the one that's doing the investigation. But the problem is, if we wanted to show our degree, we can easily show our degree.
Now, for those who are concerned about the mental health and the advice, talk about that, doctors.
I think, again, to distinguish the difference between calling yourself a coach versus saying I used to have a license. Those are different implications. And so one of the conversations that we've been having is we are bound by code of ethics. We are bound by different standards. And even some of the things, she's been part of our conversations for some time in terms of some of the advice that she has provided, or some of the things that she had shared, definitely crosses and blurs that line from an ethical space.
This is not a surprise at all. But don't these doctors speak so eloquently? Is it eloquently? Eloquent. See? Y'all know I be fucking up words. Don't they speak so elegantly? Elegantly. Is it eloquently? Elegantly. Oh, that's Ooh, I can't do it. What's another word? What is another word? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Wake your bitch ass. Hey Siri. What's another word for elegantly? Don't they speak so luxuriously? Hold on, I can't do that one either. Hold on. Don't they speak so opulently? Extravagantly. I can say that one. Don't they speak so extravagantly as doctors? You know what I'm saying? With class, with the pronunciation that I can't. The pronunciation that I can't get down pat. Then when you go look at Doctor Cheyenne Bryant, she's speaking like she's straight from the hood, which is okay. But it ain't as crisp. You feel me?
Can do a lot of harm, because what we also have to recognize is the people who she's talking to are people who typically do not seek out help. And so if they're receiving information that is muddled, that is not rooted in truth, that's not factual, it's going to do more harm than good and prevent more people seeking help.
And I will say this, allegedly, right? Because we don't know, they're doing an investigation. But if this is true, it feels intentionally deceptive.
And she said that so quick. She said that so quick. Allegedly, she don't know they doing it in an investigation. Once this hits the airways of corporate media, the what they call it, legacy media, somebody is going to see that is an inspiring federal agent or a private investigator with credentials and going to say, she claiming she's a doctor, but she come on here and said she cannot find any of her paperwork. Then you have these doctors going on there telling you, hey, you can go find your, you know what I'm saying, your degree, your dissertation here, because this is like in a national database, especially when you're dealing with the medical field. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to psychology, that's in the medical field. When you got a clinical psychologist that can write prescriptions, that's in the medical field. So when you have somebody hearing that this woman does not have these credentials and making these exaggerated claims about her not having the opportunity to go get her information, somebody's going to look into that. I'm not a federal or a state private investigators, but a year or two ago, I looked into it. When she was coming up and her name was getting within the tabloids, I said, hey, this woman is not a doctor. Corey Holcomb said, this woman is not a doctor. And they just said we was hating, right? A year or two later, it's coming out that I was 1,000% right, along with a lot of more people. So don't let that go over your head. She is under investigation.
Intentionally misleading, because, and I'm sure you all can attest, like day after day, people will assume I'm a psychiatrist because I'm Dr. Boone. I immediately bring correction and education. I don't expect my clientele, I don't expect viewers to, necessarily know the distinction. So it's my responsibility to know that they're clear on what that is. And if you're not doing that, that is deception. That is purposely misleading people. And so the other piece I wanted to bring up, if you don't have the transcript, okay, plausible, right? Do you have a picture of your graduation day? Do you have something? Nobody walks across the stage and doesn't take a picture of those 3 stripes on your cape. You know what I mean? And so it's just like
the deception leads into it's okay that you're not licensed. There's a lot of non-licensed people, and this is not us saying coaches are not credible. There's a lot of amazing coaches out there.
Yeah, honestly.
But you're also saying if you're licensed, you're talking bad about those that are licensed. You're saying, oh, you're only licensed so you can bill insurance. Well, honey, I don't take insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm licensed because I want to make sure I get the proper training. I want to make sure that my clients and me are protected. Right? So if they have an issue, if I do something morally wrong, they have a board they can go to. We We are standardized. We are looked over. You wouldn't go to a medical doctor that said, I went to medical school, but I didn't get the license. You're going to let them do surgery on you?
Or I'm no longer
Basically,
licensed.
you're allowing her to do surgery on your mind. And it is really unfair to the clients who really need help and trust her.
Yeah.
They can't go to a board.
They can't, and then all they do is change your name, set up shop, go someplace else. But if I do something like that, you can report me to the board. My license can be snatched. Fines associated with it, whereas that's not the case.
And what do you do to those clients or individuals out there who may feel betrayed? Is there any legal recourse at all?
I'm sure there's legal recourse. They just don't have a board to back them up, right? And that does suck, right? I don't know. I don't have a better word for it. But I'm sure if she has done some harm, people can sue her. There is a way possibly to sue her for doing damage, and she misrepresents herself. She literally has gone on shows and says, oh, I blend coaching and therapy together. No, you can't do that because therapy requires a licensing. There's so many times people come to me and say, oh, you're a psychologist. No, I'm not a psychologist. I am a trained counselor. I am a therapist. And people are always confusing that as well.
And is that part of the problem? It's so confusing to figure out what your area of expertise, what you do. And we know what you do.
Right.
And you do several things, but it's just pinpointing it.
Right, but like she said, correcting it. Like if someone says it, you correct them. That is your responsibility.
Immediately.
You have a
And
responsibility.
it's part of that ethical code and the training and everything that we receive too.
Yeah. One thing that she mentioned, I think, on the Joe Budden podcast, again, is that she decided to no longer work under her licensure because of, billing and that type of thing. That was a red flag for me right there, even before she got to the Breakfast Club, right? Because we have a responsibility to do no harm to our clients, right? We have a responsibility to make sure that they are covered and that they can go to a board if we have, done something unethical. And so that wasn't in the forefront of her mind. It was just what works best for her.
And to that point, right, I accept insurance so that I can create opportunities for more people to have access.
And that's a fact, because if you have insurance, you might have high rates or whatever, but when I had got hurt on my job or whatever, and I end up going to to see a therapist, or was it a psychologist, behavioral therapist or whatever. I think she charged about $150 an hour, right? And I think I seen her for like an hour, probably like 3 or 4 sessions. My insurance covered that, right? Doctor Cheyenne Bryant doesn't want to take insurance because, for whatever reason, maybe because she's not a fucking real doctor. And if you go on her website, her sessions are between $350, $500 an hour. So she said she wanted to help people, that couldn't afford the insurance, but your premium price is what they'll pay a month for their insurance. So when I seen that, I'm like, well, I done done some therapy sessions. It's $150 an hour. Depending where you go, some people 75, some people 100. But to go on her website and her services is at least $350. It don't add up. It don't make any sense. You're trying to take advantage of people, right? And right now, I heard that little book she just was showing up there, people are asking for a refund because she had built trust in the community, which with mostly women congregate with women who are intelligent, beautiful, articulate, have things going for themselves. You feel like you can trust this woman because she's, she been through the shit you've been through. So these women was entrusted in this woman for her to come out years later, I'm telling you, and rain on her own parade by telling the truth subliminally. So this interesting.
Coming to you then. I ain't got at the other doctors. I ain't got no cash.
The thing is that you are covered by her. You would be covered by me and her because we're all licensed. You have somewhere to go.
Okay.
And you can choose where you want to go. At the end of the day, it's just really convenient. All of this is happening in light of her new book. You know, how they said any press is good press.
Right.
And I feel like she's okay with the bad press. And that's also indicative of her character.
Okay, and we got to wrap up. One viewer says she seems like she's doing damage to the black mindset out there. Thank you guys for joining us. I know you can go on and on.
Oh no, absolutely not. She ain't doing no goddamn damage to the black mindset. She might just be waking up black folks, black women to make sure before you put your money into some shit to somebody that say they have certain credentials, now we will start to look a little bit deeper before we trust you with our goddamn dollars. You ain't destroying the black mindset. They've been trying to say that for years. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got that power. She do not have that power to destroy the black mindset. She has the power now to make black people curious about other motherfuckers who may or may not have the credentials they say they have to take your goddamn money. Let me know what y'all thoughts is, man.